Very open, honest, positive, and candid conversation about the challenges that we're going to have to figure out a way to find common ground on for the good of the American people.
What specifics did you talk about?
Did he indicate that he was going to move forward with Israel alone, and how will Democrats vote on that if he advances that bill tomorrow?
He indicated that that was the approach that he was going to take. He understands, our views on that. We'll have a collective position after the caucus meeting tomorrow.
Did y'all talk about the Tlaib censure or the Santos expulsion resolution at all?
Not really.
What are your views on that, this idea of funding Israel but only doing it if there are cuts to the IRS budget?
I've been very clear that President Biden has submitted a package that includes the national security priorities of the American people with respect to supporting Israel, supporting Ukraine, supporting our allies in the Indo-Pacific, making sure that there's humanitarian assistance for Palestinians, civilians who are in harm's way, and others throughout the world. And I believe that the entirety of the package should be taken up together.
Did he indicate if he's going to take up Ukraine after Israel, and would you be okay with that, even though you want to keep things together?
Yeah, we didn't discuss a specific timeline in terms of Ukraine.
Did y'all talk about a CR or anything?
He's mentioned conditions. Are there any sort of conditions that you all could support, do you think?
The Democratic view is that the conditions connect directly with the Bipartisan Fiscal Responsibility Act that the Republicans themselves negotiated. There is no further negotiation around what the spending numbers should look like, because that was already done in the spring.
Did he discuss his government funding plan and the CIT task?
Not specifically.
On the Ukraine funding, you said you didn't discuss a timeline for additional funding to Ukraine. Is that concerning to you?
He has publicly indicated that he supports funding the Ukrainian war effort and recognizes that it is in America's national security interest to stop Vladimir Putin. Democrats clearly hold that perspective, and we need to find a way to get the Ukrainian war effort funded sooner rather than later.
Johnson's only been speaker for a little bit. How would you characterize your relationship with him so far throughout this past week now?
We're going to have an open, honest, and forward-looking relationship, similar to the one that I had with Kevin McCarthy.
Was this your first fulsome conversation with him in person?
Yes. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Leader Jeffries.
Sorry.